that pool.
Oh.
I think I saw 2 or 3 separate Bayonetta Dittos.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, Globo is one of them, and he has proven that he is doing well enough to get all the way up here to be fighting Muse, who is quite a renowned Toon Link.
Yeah, Muse is one of the most like cerebral players that I know of. He's very, very good at using that first game as data, figuring out with all the myriad of projectiles that Toon Link has. He'll be able to figure out your defensive options and kind of hone in on that as the set goes on.
Now, does he use those projectiles as sort of a pressuring tool? Does he overwhelm you with them, or does he pick and choose his battles?
I feel like he's definitely not overly reliant on them. His goal is not to just throw stuff at you the whole game. He kind of uses it to restrict your movement options and then get confirms off of him like that. He got Boomerang to Bomb to Fair. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage, and you can see just how much it's building up. 89% already on this Bayonetta, and he's not even hit Rage yet. And it just goes to show how good a neutral you can play with Toon Link. And look at that punish.
Great
right
counter poke. Great just escape from the Bayonetta combo, and then knowing that the Bayo is coming down with a neutral air, trying to overextend on that. Great punish.
That's the kind of thing that we know Muse for. He's definitely one to capitalize on his opponent's mistakes. And playing a character like Toon Link, that definitely helps him because he's got a lot of maneuverability. But right now, Globo's got him off stage, has an opportunity, and was that a tech?
That was a great tech.
Yeah.
Oh, does catch him off the top, but good DI, still managed to live, even getting hit by the up air that close to the blast zone.
Yeah, lately a lot of people have been trying to learn that Bayonetta matchup, learn how to live all those up air combos, and you can see that Muse, he certainly got it down.
He is dribbling the bomb on Globo's shield. That is one thing that a lot of players don't really necessarily know how to deal with, is the bomb bouncing off of your shield against Toon Link. I know a lot of players have gotten a little bit better. Globo is absolutely showing patience in the shield, which is really important, because really early on in the metagame, one big thing that Toon Links do is they'll throw the bomb on your shield and then like run past you, wait for that roll, get a free up smash. Just wait for that bomb to hit. Wait for the next option that the Toon Link picks, because they're usually not going to commit to the grab.
And despite the patience, we see that Muse has a pretty solid lead. Do you think that Globo is being too patient or not patient enough?
I feel like when he's choosing to go in, he's just getting stuffed out. I feel like he hasn't found the rhythm to Muse's projectile patterns.
Be difficult to pick up on that, but right there, going to catch him with that Nair, taking that first stock. And 76%, certainly not undoable, especially as Bayonetta, who we all know is famed for those very early kills. And looks like Globo's getting it started right there, but great air dodge out by Muse.
Yeah, would have been a beautiful opportunity, but yeah, Muse finding the way to get out, finding his way back into neutral in this game. Only 22% off of a Bayonetta conversion, too. That's pretty low.
Yeah, part of that comes down to Toon Link being floaty.
Yeah.
The other part of that probably comes down to Muse really knowing what he's doing in this matchup. I mean, we've seen that the DI has been good, and we've probably seen really good SDI if you've been paying attention.
Here we go. Tries to go for the bomb throw down into the up air, but DI's to the right, so he wasn't quite able to catch it. Okay, wow. Witch Twist eating through the bomb but not exploding it, so he was still able to find a chase with the downwards afterburner kick.
That's the thing with that Witch Twist, is that it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and especially not any individual hits. I mean, Witch Twist won't even pop a balloon on Smashville.
Yeah, it's sad.
It is quite sad, and it makes it... It's the only thing that Bayonetta really has difficulty with, is popping Smashville balloons.
Yeah.
But right now, we're seeing that Globo's showing that lack of difficulties that he's having because he's bringing this back. Of course, all it takes is one bomb conversion from Muse, but a great bat within to get out.
Yeah, that bat within got him out of all of the pressure in the corner with that bomb just continuously bouncing.
Okay, well timed to get up. Muse really getting bomb happy, but not able to convert, waiting for probably a Witch Time.
Yeah, Witch Time or maybe even a Witch Twist to escape. Or sometimes what Bayos will do out of the combos is they'll just go straight for that afterburner kick. Find their way back on stage and reset.
I wonder if that bomb placement, knowing Muse, it probably was, but I wonder if that bomb placement was intentional to catch the Witch Twist near the ledge.
Great.
Right there.
Gets bomb to fair, is going to seal it out. I mean, he had a really strong start, and then Globo kind of picked it up and brought the pace back into his own, was able to get it really close, but Muse did seal it out.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Globo make that adaptation where normally, I mean, these are two characters that really like to control the pace of play. Bayonetta especially, and we saw Globo start to take advantage of that as the game went on. And now that we're going to Dreamland, we're going to see if he can bring that advantage actually fully into his court and take this game from Muse.
Starting by immediately getting aggressive, going with that heel slide, waits for the witch time, does get, even off the bats within, was still able to get a good punish with those up tilts.
And that's the thing with Bayonetta is that you're very fortunate that when you get caught in those combos that normally, you know, Muse against any other character probably would have already had them up to this percent. But with Bayonetta, you can air dodge, you can bat with in out, you're away from him, and then you can get your own game started. And right there, waiting for that up B.
That could be a stock.
Oh, but the downer was a little bit too high and didn't want to follow up with anything too dangerous to put himself in a position where he could SD. But he will bring it almost back to even.
Right, and he did still get good damage on it, even if he wasn't able to position a kill off of that witch time. Oh?
Oh, that's big.
Okay, but great SDI and DI again from Muse to escape the finishing hits, the important ones that are going to take the stock. He'll take the damage any day of the week. At the end of the day, Smash is a game of stocks. It doesn't matter how much percent you put on if you can't seal the deal.
No, I've just noticed something because two competitors are right near us. I think Muse plays with the claw grip.
Ooh. That'd be really interesting to be able to maneuver Toon like that well. Ooh, and again, he's getting that bomb to falling up air. A really potent option, but that back air...
Also a potent option.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, bomb bailing Muse out.
Will it bail him out here? No jump. But Witch Twist, I think that was just really good DI to get back into the stage.
Yeah.
Fortunately for him, the bomb's sending Globo the other way, and he will pick it up with that back air, send him out, and Globo's got the lead.
Yeah, and now he can play as non-committal as he wants. He doesn't have to find a way in through the projectiles if he doesn't want to. He can just kind of sit in his own little corner, not interact unless Muse decides to get a little martial.
And that's what we've been talking about, is that Bayonetta is so good at controlling the pace of the play, and now that he's got an absolute lead, he can absolutely, like he's doing right now, just sit up on those platforms, wait for Muse to commit, and then punish him when he does something.
Yeah, and when you're chilling on the platforms as Bayo, normally that's a pretty risky spot to be in, but that makes your opponent think twice because that brings in Witch Time as a big factor where you can just turn everything around.
As you said, the Witch Time coming in so strong there. Globo looking to take it out with this rage, but Muse, once again, the incredible DI out.
There we go. Even though he's not losing this stock, he's still one behind. It's going to be rough. Even full stage is not going to get a kill with that back throw.
So I really thought that was interesting what he did to Witch Twist the boomerang to take that option away from Muse for a couple seconds.
There we go, Muse. Not covering the platform because he's waiting for the Bayo to jump so that he can get there with the up air.
He's actually been really good at covering Globo's aerial mobility and his movements where he's going to end up going, because Bayonetta has a lot of options. She can, especially with that ABK, go basically anywhere she wants to, and Muse has been really good at keeping an eye out for those options.
Yeah, I feel like that's why he intentionally at the end didn't throw the boomerang up. He didn't want Globo to feel closed off from jumping there. He wanted him to be in the air so that he could intercept with the up air, get that kill, and start moving forward in this game. Advance the game state.
And speaking of advancing, Muse is advancing this into his favor. He's just about brought this back.
Oh, this could be big. Is this going to be the combo that connects? No, still not. Muse, again, finding his way out.
I got to admit, dude, I'm afraid that bomb's going to kill him.
He was able to bail out of it in time. Those bombs take 5.5 seconds to explode, so Muse was well aware of that timer and definitely had the ability to get rid of it before it got too dangerous.
Okay, the bomb, but not connecting the fair with that kind of rage. I'm betting that would have killed.
Ooh, goes for the back air. I wonder if that was maybe a misinput trying to drift back and go for a nair, not going for the C-stick.
Nair, not going to kill.
The bomb explodes off the top?
Once again, we see, and this time, the prophecies come to fruition.
Yeah.
Muse holding onto that bomb a little too long, and that's going to help Globo take that game too, but we definitely saw that Globo controlled the pace of that match. It wasn't as much that Muse was waiting for him to do things, and while he was, it was mostly that Muse somehow was approaching, even though he's playing a character like Toon.
And believe it or not, that was actually a really RNG-dependent situation. Because in this game, there is a percent chance, I don't know the exact number, but there's a percent chance that when you're getting hit, you get the item knocked out of your hand. In that situation, the bomb might have exploded and ended the combo early, or it just wouldn't have been in his hand to explode when he was already off of the top. So the fact that it was kind of good bad luck.
Well, Game 3's gone to Town and City. I mean, Neighbor, what do you think about this pick? Because personally, I believe that while Toon Link gets a lot off the stage, you're really opening yourself up to get those early kills from Bayonetta on you.
I would say that. However, Muse has done such a good job of not dying to any of Globo's off-the-top shenanigans, and it doesn't seem like Globo is very comfortable with the off-the-side conversions that Bayo has access to. Hasn't gone for very many fair combos. Or even nairs and edge guards off the side. It's all been trying to take Muse off the top unsuccessfully with the caveat of the one bomb that exploded a little bit too high to the blast zone. So I feel like this is a really good pick from Muse, understanding that his opponent wasn't comfortable taking him off the side and isn't successfully taking him off the top.
Well, maybe we'll see Globo make the adaptation and start to bring in those other aspects of Bayonetta play that we haven't seen from him yet. But right there, he says, no, I'm going to sit back on what I know my character is capable of, and I'm going to take a big lead.
Yeah, finally Muse falling into one of those combos. It only takes one for it to be a big lead now for Globo.
If you can't kill your opponent with a combo, brute force it until you can.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and the Witch Time still connecting, gets a back throw for positioning. Understood he wouldn't be able to get too much damage there.
Globo's playing really smart.
Misses that dab kick right in front of Muse, and he got an opportunity.
Muse has got a pretty difficult path ahead of him if he wants to bring this back again. Toon Link has a lot of trouble. He has a lot of trouble connecting his kills.
Yeah, he absolutely has to look for very specific setups.
Yeah,
he doesn't really get any raw moves in neutral.
Yeah, and those setups are especially difficult to find on a character like Bayonetta, who has so many escape options.
Right, and her mobility is just insane to try to pin down, and that's kind of crazy that Muse has been able to kind of limit the movement of Globo so much. Right now, he is working from such a deficit. That back air, another one might just do it.
Yeah. Especially if it's unstaled. I mean, that thing does 13%. Muse
Globo
hasn't given up yet. Yep.
I was going to say, Globo's getting a little bit aggressive now, going for some really maybe ill-advised chase downs that he doesn't need to at these percents, where he can just sit back and wait for Muse to come towards him or commit to an option. This might give Muse an opportunity to bring something back. It looks like maybe Globo's feeling like he has to close this out now. He doesn't want to lose this opportunity, but that might lead to some bad things happening. So I like that he's sitting back at this point, just kind of waiting for an opportunity.
That was very Lima, what we just saw there. Just the stand in perfect shield until you approach. If I were to guess, I would think that Muse is looking for Globo to be off stage and then commit to a recovery option that he can get a big cheese on. Globo playing oh so patient because he knows all it takes is one hit to seal this out for him, send him out of pools and into bracket, I believe.
Right, I mean, we haven't talked about it much, but Toon Link can sometimes be a huge rage monster. I feel like he's getting close to percents where he could kill with a forward smash. And
I think he could now.
If he finds the right setup, like just gets Bayo to air dodge through one boomerang, one bomb, it could be over. So that's a big reason why Globo has to play this safe.
Globo may be playing a little bit too patiently, though, because all of this time has allowed Muse to get him all the way up to 54%. And like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if he found a forward smash, I wouldn't be surprised if that killed. And I thought
that roll was a scout. He rolled through to scout out an air dodge, because normally what they'll do is go for an up smash in that situation. So if you air dodge through that, you're totally fine. Well, but in the end, the roll didn't pay off, didn't find what he was looking for, and a back air did end up finishing it off.
Yeah. So very good stuff to Globo. He's going to go on further in bracket. Muse is going to be down in